I'm Gorilla Monsoon.
I'm your host, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling, where we feature the world's greatest professional athletes, the professional wrestlers, of course, of the World Wrestling Federation. And what a lineup we have.
Well, what a feature match we got today. The Islanders against Roma.
That's not the feature match. What's wrong with you? Boy, you really came out of the chute. You exploded. That's not the feature at all.
What is
We've got a number of features, and that isn't one of them.
Well, the whole card could be a feature.
Well,
only one stands out. Let's go right to the Islanders.
Wait a minute. You're sick. Yeah, I swear the thing is stopping the flow of blood to your brain. You're really outrageous today. The feature is a six-man, and the Islanders are not involved in it. It's the Hart Foundation and Danny Davis against the British Bulldogs and Billy Jack Haynes, as well as
maybe your feature,
the Intercontinental title match we're going to be looking at. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat
against the Honky Tonk Man and the Colonel.
You got that right.
Plus the Islanders.
Do we have the Islanders? Yes.
Okay, the Can-Ams against the Shadows.
Yes. We have a whole lot of exciting
film footage from the Predator.
I have an exciting bit of news
starring movie
for you. I saved you behind once again with Joe Tecchi up in Boston. I've picked up the tab for you, being that you didn't show.
You have to pick the tab up for me.
I got it in my pocket. It was only $137.
For what?
We had a few family members with him. We all had a nice time.
What'd you do, go to the drive-in window there?
We had a good time. Opening match, as we stated earlier on, Intercontinental title on the...
It's not the Islanders.
No. Let's go to ringside for Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
You'll see the Islanders, though. Mark my word on it.
Wow. Give credit where it's due. Certainly, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat stated when he won the title he was going to be a fighting champion, and he has done just that. He has taken on all comers. Over the top rope. No, look at this maneuver. Oh, look at that. Into the ring. Out comes the Honky Tonk Man, and the Dragon is breathing fire.
The Dragon's hot, but the match is far from over. Far from over.
Honky Tonk Man comes in the ring the hard way. Yeah.
That was a beautiful back suplex.
The Dragon firing off the rope with a chop. Honky Tonk Man may be sorry he signed on for the title match. Yes, indeed, the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat, really taking care of business this week.
You know, I think Honky deserves the shot over his big win over Jake the Snake in WrestleMania. I think that's what got it for him.
Big win, you call that, huh?
What did you call it? He won, and it certainly was big.
Well, maybe not win the record, but chop to the pectoral area. Chop again. Honky Tonk Man reversing things on the Dragon off the rope. Honky Tonk missing with a roundhouse right. Behind him now. The Dragon drops the Honky Tonk to buckle. Holds him up. Whoa! We get to it.
Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? Honky Tonk fired him. He went head first into that buckle.
Very lucky maneuver on the part of the Honky Tonk match. Now the momentum shifting back in the favor of the Honky Tonk Man. Dragon with his throat snapped off the top rope.
And look at Honky went to school on him. He knows the Dragon has that injured larynx, and he's going after it.
Thanks to Savage, yes. Honky Tonk moving in now on the Dragon, and the Dragon fighting right back. Another chop by the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. Honky Tonk Man hanging right in there, however. You can hear, of course, Jimmy Hart with that megaphone in the background.
That's got to be a lot of help to a wrestler in there, you know, knowing that Jimmy's behind him. Like,
he missed it! And now, once again, the tide is turned. Steamer, ooh, oh, what a kick that was to the ribs. Another one to the chest. Ricky Steamboat hammering away, chopping away on a Honky Tonk Man. Gets him out, snaps him over now. The Dragon measuring the Honky Tonk Man. Maybe even at this moment sensing victory.
Oh, he's close. I'm not going to doubt it.
Honky Tonk Man off the rope. Ooh.
But as they say, oh.
Right face lock. Honky Tonk Man moving it. Whoa. Nice maneuver by the Dragon.
That was a saving maneuver by the Dragon. He was ready to shake
Honky Tonk Man missed. Honky Tonk Man's coming like a head of steam. Ooh, now like a steamroller. But now it may be stopped. Downstairs goes the Dragon. Upstairs now. the Dragon has ever looked so good. Up to the apron.
He's going up.
The Dragon now. What's Jimmy Hart doing? Get him down from there. What a chop. Cover.
Hart's got the referee tied up.
Turn around. Turn around. Knee to leg. Tag kick.
Whoa.
Down. Honky Tonk Man scoop.
He's in the ropes.
Wait a minute. Did the Dragon pin the Honky Tonk Man?
I don't know.
Or did the Honky Tonk Man pin the Dragon?
I'm not sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest.
I can't believe it.
Honky Tonk won. Unbelievable. And you said he wasn't a contender. He's the new Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion.
I can't believe that.
And you said he wasn't even a contender. He's the champion. A major, major upset.
I can't believe it.
What an upset. Jimmy Hart is ecstatic. He's got the tag team champions. He's got the Intercontinental champion.
A lot
yeah.
of
You can talk to
controversy
him.
over that.
It's the Honky Tonk Man.
Give me a break. Honk? Yeah, we just viewed it. Yeah, there's a lot of controversy right now about that. Your shoulders were down as well. Jack Tunney's supposed to make a decision. I don't care what the Colonel said. It's what's on the videotape that counts. No, don't. I'm not going to talk to this guy. He's way out in left field.
Okay, send the Dom Perignon over.
Please. A lot of controversy
Okay,
in that particular
congratulations,
match.
pal. Couldn't go to a
although he
nicer
walked
guy.
out of there as the champion
Give my
with
best to the
belt. And we're going to have to deal with that. It is official right now. He is the new reigning Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, to the dismay of many.
I hope all the crew here wears safety glasses.
Why?
The champagne's on this way, and I don't want any cork to put anybody's eye out.
What are you celebrating?
Honky Tonk Man's sending us champagne.
Oh, the Colonel might be sending it.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. See, he's not jealous of you like you are of him.
I'm not jealous of him.
Sure you are. Now he's got two champions in his stable. Why don't you just take it off and be done with it? You're only ripping everybody off with it anyway.
What do you mean?
What do I mean?
I'm securing the...
Yeah.
I'm making it tighter. It hurts. I'm in pain, whether you believe it or not.
You're in pain because you got that thing on and you don't really need to have it on.
What do you think I'm doing? Planning some big...
Gold bricking is what
I'm
it's
planning
called.
some big class action
Yeah,
suit against
you got
Patera?
it.
You waste time showing
I'm going to go to
pictures of
Madison Square Garden as we
don't
join
let me
in
down there,
progress the
sweetheart.
Can-Am
Wait
connection
a minute now.
against the Shadows.
The reason I'm wearing this is
Interesting
because I'm
tag
in
team
pain.
match.
I don't
Let's
care
go
what
to the
anybody else.
match.
The Shadows are going to try his luck or his skills against Ricky Martel, and I don't...
That doesn't say a whole lot for their game plan when they come out here and don't even know who's going to start the match off.
See, now that might be their game plan, though. Maybe they want you to think that they don't know what they're doing. That would be a good defense.
You mean like the Islanders?
Well, they never, I mean, they always know what they're doing.
Rick Martel starting out for the K&M along with, what should we call him, Shadow number one?
Yes.
The big Shadow.
The Big Shadow.
I tell you what would be extremely interesting, Gorilla, to know how Martel and Zink came together. Did Martel scout several partners or something and finish up with Zink, or was it vice versa?
Well, I know that Ricky was looking around for quite some time for a partner that suited his characteristics and his abilities. So maybe it was, in fact, he.
I can tell you how they got together.
Sure, you know everything, Brain. Tell us. Oh, beautiful maneuver right over the top into a backward roll. Oh, hip block out of nowhere. Look at the enthusiasm of this youngster.
Well, what happened was, you see, Zink was looking for a partner for a couple years. Martel was looking for a partner for a couple years. No one wanted to be with either of them, so they decided, well, we might as well hang around together.
Oh.
They were two superb moves there by Rick Martel, and if that's a taste of what is to come in this match, I don't foresee anything really happening for the Shadows.
Nice maneuver by the Big Shadow as he went behind for this nice hammerlock. I don't believe that Rick will stay in this very long. Looking for a way out. He knows 100 ways out. Made the easy one, made the time. Look at this. Up over the top and over the top at the same time. Watch out. Drop kick.
Very, very nice maneuver by the Can-Am Connection. Martel allowed himself to be taken into that full Nelson by the Big Shadow and then ducked out the way for a beautifully executed drop kick, which was spot on in timing by Tom Zenk.
I don't suppose either one of them have a problem getting a date for Saturday night either.
Are you kidding? I saw the Shadows.
I'm not talking about the Shadows, talking about Can-Am. Give me a break, please.
No, I'll tell you, Zenk and Martel have no dates. You know why? They can't find two people that like them as much as they do.
I want to know how much longer you're going to be gold bricking with that surgical collar that you've got on.
I'm not gold bricking. I'm not looking for sympathy.
Oh, I believe that you are. Irish whip into the corner, doesn't follow it up. There's a nice save made there.
But see, I'm wearing this for a reason. Well, two reasons. One, for my attorneys. I'm planning one of the biggest lawsuits ever.
Just tremendous action from the Can-Am Connection. A great reverse, which neither of the Shadows expected.
The Shadows are literally in the shadows right now.
They really are.
And I still happen to be in quite a lot of pain.
Yeah. You cause a lot of people to be in a lot of pain.
I hope so.
International coverage once again, as always, here in Madison Square Garden.
Gorilla, these Shadows, this is their very first tag. I was going to say their teamwork seems to be desiring of some sort of effort here because they hadn't tagged until now.
They obviously need some help.
Yes.
You never know. The brain might jump up and suddenly say, these guys are now under my tutelage. He never does anything straight and out forward and up front. It's always behind the door type.
I conduct myself the same way as the officials conduct themselves with me.
Oh, you're going to start again.
Would you be scouting the Shadows as a possible team for yourself?
I'm always on the look for something new, something different, something that'll make the sport of wrestling.
Make you money is what you meant to say.
No, I didn't mean to say that.
Would you consider taking the Can-Am under your wing?
I'd like to take them out under a truck or the subway.
I understand that there's some rumbling in the ranks. The Islanders expressed some opinions. I only heard this second-handedly, Brian, that they're not happy with the way that you're splitting up the purse money.
What are you trying to imply? That I'm ripping them off?
Yeah, that you're taking most of the money from these guys.
See, now you're spreading rumors like that. You're trying to start trouble with Jimmy Hart. Now you're trying to start trouble with myself and
That
Slick.
little pipsqueak, that you called him a little pipsqueak.
I did.
Right
Never
here.
called him that.
Yes, you did.
Did not. He's a good friend of mine. He's the colonel. I pay my men quite well. I get my percentage naturally, but then I do a lot. I earn a lot. I'm
Sure,
the brains.
a lot.
I'm the brains of the outfit.
Right.
The tag made by the Shadows doesn't seem to be working too well. If I could say so, the smaller of the two Shadows is obviously in that 250-pound class. He hasn't made any offensive move here yet, Gorilla.
No, I think they're a little bit bewildered by Can-Am, as most teams are. And the Islanders will be on their next meeting as well. They won't be surprised by some goof jumping up and showing up at ringside, screaming and hollering and carrying on.
Nice.
Oh, look at that beautiful deep arm drag.
3 by Zenk.
Tremendous execution. Smaller guy wanting to get over and tag the Big Shadow, but he didn't make it.
They do one thing good. They cut the ring in half. You notice they haven't been in this corner. They haven't been in any trouble. That's the mark of a good team. But now there's a mark of a double team there, too. See?
Wide open.
I know. They got 4 to get out.
Oh,
Monson.
5.
5. I'm sorry.
You don't even know the rules. You're complaining about
If they don't
the
get
rules.
out by 5, they're disqualified, right?
That's correct.
Well, then they better get out at 4. See, I did know the rules.
Good teamwork by the Can-Am Connection there, keeping the smaller of the Shadows in the ring. What a maneuver there by Ricky Martel to bring him over.
That backbreaker is so effective when you
I can just see these two
tie
guys.
it up with an arm as well as he did.
Yes, he did.
You picture these two guys walking through Central Park with the Doublemint twins. You see them just snapping gum hand in hand. There's the kind of guys I can picture doing that.
You don't like that.
Well, I mean, who else would go out? You know, it's just, I don't know. They just, I just don't like them.
You're very down. You're very negative, Brain. You're always negative. Never anything positive to say.
Tag made.
I think that thing is affecting your brain. It's cutting the circulation through the carotid artery to your brain. The flow of blood is not getting up there.
This is just here to make sure that I'm out of pain.
Going downstairs, the Big Shadow got Martel in trouble. Oh, put his head down. Can't do that. Cardinal mistake.
Clear the ring. And I was apparently the bigger of the shadows was the most effective. And look, now he's flat on his back outside the ring.
There's no sign of him getting up even.
I don't even see him. He's right out of. Oh, there he is. Caught one right in the kisser.
Took a high bump from the very top
There's no
rope.
tag made there. That's a smaller one coming in now. He's not the legal man in the ring. The referee doesn't have a clue.
They made a very, very quick
See?
change there.
You
while
agree
the referee
now?
wasn't watching.
Now you agree with me about the officiating, don't you?
I just said he doesn't have a clue as to which shadow belongs in the ring. Oh, now he's looking around. No.
Martel pointed that out to the referee, and the referee said, I didn't see anything. There's no good asking him,
How
right?
could he tag, ref? He was on the opposite side of the ring.
You can give him all the help you want, Monsoon. It isn't going to work.
Give who help?
The referee. The elevator doesn't go to the top on that floor.
Martel coming dangerously close to the wrong corner.
He was, but his experience showing through there, he wouldn't take that final step that could have led to disaster.
Referee realizing now what the situation is. He's going to get him out of there.
I honestly don't know how the referee could tell that. Can you, Gorilla?
Well, I think one's
Look at this.
quite a bit larger. Tag, man, these guys are so fast. It's hard for me to tell at times who is in there.
Yes.
Got his fingers in the wrong part. Drop a standing headlock, nailed him with it. They're doing just about anything they want to.
I hate to say it. I think they got the shadows confused. I think the shadows are in the dark.
Shadows were confused when they left the locker room, I think.
If they weren't, they certainly are now, because Zenk and Martel have changed so quickly upon them, and they put so many moves upon them. The shadows must be wondering why they signed for this particular match.
You know, up to a point, I thought that the Islanders were possibly the fastest tag team right now in the World Wrestling Federation, but I changed my mind that Martel and Zenk are obviously the fastest.
Oh, they don't compare, Monsoon.
Are you kidding? Haku couldn't keep up with either one of these guys.
Haku? Toma could. I'll do both of them.
I'm not saying that Tama is not fast. He is fast. But Haku would be a distant second to either one of these.
No.
Gentlemen. Yes.
I could put those two in the Kentucky Derby and they'd wipe it. They'd leave those horses in the dust.
Obviously, that match is coming up somewhere, I would assume. You said you have open contracts.
Sure,
These
we want
guys have orders
competition.
ready to sign. Scissors. He takes it. Martel explodes with another drop kick.
What would it really prove to sign against Martel and Zenk? We've beaten them once.
No, you stole the match from him. You didn't beat him. You didn't out beat him.
I think we did.
Confused him by your appearance out there.
Those were great moves by Martel there. He caught both the shadows napping, you might say. Even though the smaller the shadows came into the ring, he was still caught.
There's a tag. Shadow number 2 of the smaller of the team now entering. As the big guy wants to get out, the tank looks like it might be getting near E.
Yes, absolutely. These shadows have had nothing of this belt at all so far. Absolutely nothing.
Haven't shown me any offensive ability.
No, you could almost say that the Can-Am are using these two for a workout.
Leapfrog, beauty. Looks like they were going to go for a double reverse monkey flip.
Yes, it
But the
did.
Shadow got tied up in the ropes there. K&M was quick enough to get up and get out of it.
They did. They changed their strategy there so quick. And changed it again. A nice move there by Martel. Catches the smaller of the shadows in the wrong corner. And the smaller the shadow doesn't seem to be faring too well at all. Caught him! Rolling it back up.
This guy came in and made the save, and it was curtains right there. Nice maneuver by
They're
Tom
always
Zenk.
double teaming somebody.
This match was almost over right there, and I'm afraid now a little inexperience on the part of the younger of the Can-Am connection. Tom Zenk has got himself into trouble.
Another thing, they need a haircut.
You need a haircut.
Yeah, I don't like the way they wear their hair.
How should they wear it? Like Bundy does?
Can't pull Bundy's hair.
Yes, not.
These are the first good effects.
Rick
I have
Martel
been,
and
don't-
Tom Zenk having it
Yes.
all their own way in Madison Square
Okay,
Garden.
I give you my
Unfortunately,
word.
this one a long way
I
from
promise
being
you.
over. Anything exciting?
My
Don't make any
physician.
promise. You never
My
kept a
physician
promise
says I'm
yet.
overworking
We'll be
myself.
back with the exciting conclusion in just a moment. Don't go away.
His
Don't make
advice.
I thought I heard him say take it off. Did he say take it off?
We said take it easy.
Take it easy. I thought he said take
He's
it off.
concerned about my well-being.
K&M Connection, not taking it easy indeed on the Shadows. Let's go back to Madison Square Garden for the exciting conclusion of this tag.
I need my medication.
Good offensive moves made by the Shadows combination. And I wasn't quite able to see it from my vantage point.
Out of his tights.
And still has it apparently on his
Distracted by the big guy. Whoa.
Oh, what a right
Martel
hander.
almost nailed the referee.
I think it's just a loose thread.
Yeah, look at it.
The bigger one going to the middle rope. He's down again.
Look at it, it's just hanging out there. It's about 2.5 feet long.
And now Tom Zank in a considerable amount of trouble. The bigger one trying to launch him off. He did. And Zank flat on his back there in a lot of trouble.
I think we have the second defeat in a row for the Can-Am Connection.
Please. Finger right in the eye along with a handful of hair. Tom Zink in trouble. Explain to me why, Brain, the referee's allowing the other Shadow to just walk in the ring anytime he sees fit.
I can explain it very simple. Referee who's incompetent. I know all about that. You want to know something about referees? You come right to me. I was ripped off in WrestleMania 3 by a referee.
It would appear, Gorilla, that the only way the Shadows can get any control of this match is by illegal methods. And now it seems to be paying off in their favor because they've had Zank in a considerable amount of trouble for the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Reverse double chin lock from behind here. As the smaller of the Shadows looks in, maybe giving a few words of encouragement. Hard to tell with those masks on what the facial expressions are.
You ever wear a mask when you wrestle?
Absolutely not. Couldn't stand it.
Nice move by Zank.
Come on, ref.
I'm afraid the
Tag was made.
smaller of the Shadows trapped him before he could complete his tag.
Do you have any idea, Brain, who these Shadows are underneath those outfits?
Yeah, they're the 2 guys in there with Zink and Martel.
No, that's not what I meant. Who are they?
Their identity?
Yes.
Yes, I happen to know.
Well, would you like to enlighten us?
No.
Oh, I think so.
Right at this moment, Zank has got to make that tag.
I can keep my word.
Well, as slow as they started out in this match, I thought for a moment they were the Islanders with those outfits on.
Oh, come on. If it was the Islanders, all I'd have to do is show the Islanders to Zink and Martel, and you see them running up the aisle.
Referee's attention was diverted.
Getting double teamed here now in the wrong part of town.
Zank was double teamed, and now he's really
Nice off the ropes.
moving desperation there.
Looking around, trying to find his partner. Headed in the right direction right now. Through the legs. Almost made the tag, got stopped.
See, that's where Shadow number 2 here should be doing something.
He is, he's holding the rope.
No, he should be doing
that.
No, he should be doing something he should go around and blindside Martel, knock him to the pavement.
Oh, that would be nice. Why don't you go over and do that?
Because I'm busy here helping you
You've
out.
been known to do that. You've been known to interfere in matches.
Only when I'm provoked.
Yes.
Nothing
Just about every time.
Nothing premeditated.
No. Still wanting desperately to make that tag about a foot short. Oh, here comes the other Shadow. Referee distracted. Tag is made. Referee did not see it. He's not going to allow it. Now we're going to get a double team. Off the second turnbuckle on the inside. Double axe handle. Right to the back. Maybe one of those would straighten you right out, man. That could probably arrange that.
Don't arrange me any
Martel in for the save there.
kind of therapy.
It looked as if Zank was completely out of it, and I think he would have been had it not have been that great save by Ricky Martel. He's going to the floor.
All the way down to the concrete here in the Garden. Not the place to be.
Zink, stay there. That's your best bet.
Right
Take the
now,
count and go home, Zink.
right now, Heenan, these Shadows are looking very devastating, huh?
They look good to me right now. They got the upper hand.
You said before they were very confused. They're not now, though, are they?
It seems like their teamwork is improving. Oh, it's working fine.
ramming the head of Tom Zink several times into the ring apron. Martel over there in a hurry.
Look at Martel whispering, giving him advice. Whatever he told you, Zink, forget it.
That's what partners are for, aren't they?
Referee directs Martel back to his corner, which is what he has to do according to the tag team rulings. Although it doesn't seem right to me. Good suplex. Stood him right up.
Could be all over here. 2 count. No, came out the back door.
A lot of presence of mind there by Zink
right now.
And he better have more presence of mind because the big shadow is coming right down.
Martel screaming at him. Look out. Oh, over the knees.
Zink just waited for him. He laid the trap, baited it, and the big shadow took it.
Desperation move on the part of Tom Zink. Just made it in time. Now both men trying to make
He needs to make that tag right now. He needs that tag desperately.
He made it.
Ref didn't see it. No. No. Referee's doing his job again.
Momentarily, the referee's attention was again diverted. I don't know whether he made that tag, though, Gorilla. I don't think he did make the tag.
You know, if I was refereeing, which I know I could do, I'd have a law and order in there. I'd have everything handled. They'd be holding those ropes. They'd be standing in the corner. They'd be towing the mark.
You wouldn't last 1 week.
Zink has been in this ring a long time, taking a lot of
suspended for life +5, just like Danny Davis was. You may be suspended as a manager if you're not
For what?
careful. For what?
For what? I've done nothing.
Program isn't long enough for me to enumerate on all the things that you've done. Another suplex coming up. Oh, nice block. Stevie Bang. Oh, he took it. That took about as much out of him as it did out of the shadow, unfortunately.
However, the big shadow does seem to be in considerable pain there. And Zink has taken a lot of punishment. If he could only get to his corner now, he jumps.
Look at Martel, got a hold of him.
I think he's got
Martel comes in, he's on fire. Look out, though, both shadows in the ring. He's unloading on both of them. Double noggin knocker. Setting him up here, Irish whip. Oh, right into the other one.
The smaller shadow ricocheted into the wrong side of the ring there. And now Martel slams the big shadow's head into the corner post. All 4 men are in the ring.
Pandemonium now. Referee trying to...
Here's teamwork, Monsoon.
Look out. Duck underneath. Hands over.
How could he be over? There's 4 men in the ring. The man lost control.
Oh, that was great. The Can-Am set them up beautifully for that.
Unbelievable action.
And profited with a good win.
Let's get the official word.
The winners of this bout, the Can-Am Connection.
Can-Am Connection on fire here. They really unloaded the end of that particular matchup. They are just outstanding.
Can-Am took it to them all the way.
Hey, Martel and Zink. Can-Am.
The brain's got the mic.
Wipe the sweat off your face and listen to me. You two are very, very lucky people. You're very lucky to get a victory at Madison Square Garden. You're very lucky to have beaten the Shadows. Because had the Islanders been in the ring with you, you'd have been back in the dressing room a long time ago, taking a shower where you should be.
Well, listen to me, Bobby Heenan. If you're so confident with the Islanders, why don't you bring him here and let's get it on right now?
You want the Islanders? Somebody get me the Islanders. Get them out here. I'm going to show you something, Can-Am Connection. Get them out here. Haku, Toma, come here.
Challenge issued here by K&M, and the brain calling for the Islanders. Referee's trying to restrain him here.
Hey, you want him?
Haku trying to make his way into the ring, along with Tama. I don't think anybody's going to hold these guys back. Boy, the brain really started something here. Can-Am in the ring, ready for any kind of action.
And the Can-Am are so fired up, I have the feeling that if the Islanders do get in the ring, they'll meet more than they bargained for.
Well, I don't know why these guys are holding them back. You ought to let them go in there and get this thing over with.
They should do. And I, for one, would certainly like to see that because they're wrecking everything outside the ring. I'm positive they get more than they bargained for inside there. I've never seen a Can-Am so fired.
They certainly are. We've got a multitude of people down here at ringside holding these guys back. Meanwhile, the Can-Am connection inside the ring and ready, willing, and able. And I think the Islanders are being led back towards the locker room.
Let me tell you something, Martel. You're lucky that you got the WWF officials here because, pal, your butts would be all over this match right now. You're lucky.
The Brain stating that they are lucky.
I'll tell you what, Bobby Heenan. If the Islanders want a piece of the Can-Am connection so bad, why don't you write their names on a contract and you sign it? Because those guys can't read the right.
Hey, you want them? You can have them anytime you want. I'll be glad to oblige.
Boy, what a disgusting display that was for you to do in Madison Square Garden.
I issued a challenge.
Issued a challenge?
Yes, there was nothing wrong with what I did. I issued a challenge.
That's not the way to conduct business.
Maybe that's not the way you conduct business, or they conduct business. That's the way I conduct business.
I understand you were humiliated into signing some kind of a contract.
What do you mean humiliated? No one's ever humiliated me into anything.
You were humiliated right into that horse collar, weren't you? By one Kenny Patera.
If you talk about some ex-con taking me halfway across the ring and jerking my head off, you want to call that humiliation? Yes.
I thought it was
I
humiliating.
don't think I was. But you notice how the Can-Am, they never made a move to get on the floor.
Why should they?
Exactly.
They already finished with
because they'd have been
match.
laid out on that floor. They'd have had to pick them up with a blotter.
We'll be back in a moment with the superstar Billy Graham.
Oh, you goldbricker. There's a guy that's gold-breaking.
Not gold-breaking. Over the weeks and months that have gone by here on Prime Time Wrestling, we've showed you superstar Billy Graham at the height of his career when he was a world's heavyweight champion. Then an injury that struck him down, a very serious injury. He had to undergo a very serious operation. Everyone said that this man would no longer be able to step inside the squared circle. Billy Graham, with a great deal of guts, intestinal fortitude, has managed to do all that, and in fact, start to train once again. Let's go right now to Craig DeGeorge.
He's looking for sympathy.
Hello once again, everyone. More on the incredible superstar Billy Graham. You may know the story now. The former World Wrestling Federation heavyweight champ, now working out every day and training with a vision of being back in the squared circle.
Yeah, that's right. You got the superstar right here. Now, you know the doctor says, superstar, you'll never be in a gym again. You might look at one from the outside, but you'll never be in a gym and never lift a weight as long as you live. But I'm here to tell the doctors, I'm here to tell the skeptics, the superstars in the gym, it's a little lightweight, but it's a start, and superstar's gonna start.
After Graham's recent hip operation, noted orthopedic surgeon Dr. Lawrence Doerr told the superstar he'd be fortunate to walk healthy again. As far as wrestling, the doctor told the superstar to draft that retirement speech. But the superstar always did his best talking in the ring, and that championship spirit is winning out. So against doctor's orders, he's back in the gym.
Wow. Oh. Oh. Ah.
Superstar, stop. It isn't worth it.
It's okay, I can do it, Aaron. Two more.
Even to this day, though, despite his efforts, naturally most are saying that the superstar will never return. After all, with the magnitude of his hip injury and the nature of wrestling, a metal hip would be just too vulnerable for attack. But though his career appears to be over, comeback or not, superstar Billy Graham is providing a lesson for all of us. Against all odds, certainly our hats are off to his tenacious purpose in life.
Well, that's what pain really looks like, not what you try to put.
13 pounds of weight. He's looking for sympathy. I'm the one that's hurt. They didn't do any 5-week film on me or go to the hospital with me.
I'd like to see some film on you. I'd like to see the X-rays that were taken.
Do you want me to bring him?
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at him.
I'll bring him next week.
Because
I'll have him here next week.
As far as I'm concerned, there's absolutely nothing wrong with you.
Well, then you should get a job
other
at
than
Mayo
you don't
Clinic.
have both oars in the water most of the
Look
time.
at Superstar. You see that goatee on him? It's like he ate a skunk.
Please, give me a break. Talk about an interesting individual.
I'm hurt.
Let's talk.
I'm the one
I got a
that's in
guy
pain.
that can straighten you
Don't
right
touch
out.
me.
The barber, Brutus Beefcake. He can
If
come
he
in
ever
and
makes
give
a
you a
move
little
towards me, he
clipping.
turns those clippers
You
on.
need a little
I'll
clipping
put those
back
clippers
there.
where you won't hear the motor run.
And you won't have to worry about wearing that horse collar. The barber, since departing, shall we say, from the Dream Team.
He was dumped.
He left on his own volition, believe me. He's got a lot of things going for him right now. He's got rid of, once and for all, those horrible individuals he was with. Let's go to the
I'll
barber.
have the X-rays here next week.
I hope.
My special guest this week is a man who has turned his life around 180 degrees. Come on in. I call him the San Francisco Clipper. You know him as Brutus Beefcake, Brutus the Barber Beefcake. And you seem to be in fine form as a barber, but Brutus, you've got scores out there to settle, and I'm going to drop some names here. Your former partner, Greg the Hammer Valentine, one of those men. Dino Bravo, they're part of the new Dream Team. And, of course, your former manager, Luscious Johnny V. You've already done a little work on him.
You know, Gene, I got a lot on my mind. You know. I almost had my legs broken right on TV. All the people saw me virtually carried from the ring. They thought, well, maybe Beefcake won't be back. Well, the barber is back. And the barber is now out for more than just a little clip.
You know, the thing I didn't like about that entire incident in front of a national television audience, the fact that Valentine Bravo and Luscious Johnny V triple-teamed you. Thank goodness for the Rougeau brothers, Jacques and Raymond.
Well, the Rougeau brothers were in the right place at the right time. And the Beefcake is a little bit stronger, a little badder than you ever thought. Because I always saved a little bit than you never knew about. And you said you taught me everything you knew, Greg. Well, I know the figure four. I might just slap it on Johnny V and break his little spindly legs. And then I'm gonna clip the rest of his ugly hair off, that greasy slime that everybody walks around laughing at. And then I'm gonna take and throw him out of the ring and sweep him away like the rest of the garbage. And then it's me and you and the rest of your...
All right, I wonder if I could get just a little trim from you, Brutus, right in here. Thank you very much. Oh, that's a nice touch. Stay tuned. We're going to be right back.
Well, we're back, folks, and when we started out, we had a rather nice display here of some of the LJN toys of the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation, but now, with this character on the end here, you spoiled the whole display.
I think that makes the whole display.
You having a little problem
well,
talking?
This thing, yes, I am having trouble.
Is it crushing your larynx?
I'm having a lot of trouble, this thing. I'm in pain.
Yeah,
I'm not like Superstar.
You caused me to be in
Roll
pain.
it, the Islanders, my team.
Powers and Roma, two outstanding individuals
matter.
taking on the two guys that they say can't read or write.
Roman and Powers?
His partner from Kensington, New York, Paul Roma. And their opponents will be led towards the ring by their manager, Bobby the Brain Heenan, from the South Pacific, at a total combined weight of 499 pounds. Haku and Tama, the Islander.
The Islanders now under the tutelage of one Bobby the Brain Heenan, making their way down the ringside here in the Garden. Gorilla Monsoon along with his lordship, Alfred Hayes. These guys are really going to be dangerous now.
They really are. I'm looking for these maybe to go the same way as the Harts. You remember before Jimmy Hart took over the Hart Foundation, those two boys struggled and now they're the world champions. Could Heenan do the same thing for the Islanders?
Very, very possible. These guys were extremely knowledgeable about professional wrestling in general and extremely quick and extremely powerful. Now, I'm sure that Heenan will instill in them the will to maim people.
Yes, he will indeed. Haku, we know, was a very, very talented wrestler before Heenan took over, but Tama seems to be the one who's made the most progress under Heenan's tutelage.
Bobby the Brain Heenan still wearing the surgical collar. The neck injury handed to him by one Ken Patera. I'll tell you, it's no easy task for the Islanders against Roman Powers.
What a combination these two youngsters are. So exciting. There's obviously a lot in store for them. I hope they're not pushed into matches beyond their scope too soon. I'd like to see these boys brought along slowly, because I'm sure that in a couple of years they are potential world champions. That is Powers and Roma, of course.
Tama having some choice words with some of our ringsiders. You're going to have your hands full with the guys that are inside the ring. You remind the people sitting at ringside.
Yeah, I'm afraid they're allowing their attention to be diverted there, and that is sometimes a mistake that shouldn't be made. Once your attention is taken away from your foe, your opponent in the ring, you could lose points there.
Some last-minute words of instruction from the Brain, from the Weasel.
Some gems of wisdom, huh?
Oh, boy, he's got him, I'll tell you that. Still waiting for that match to take place. Contract, I understand, has not been signed yet between these Islanders and the K&M Connection.
No. No.
Tama,
I wonder if that will ever take place.
well, I don't see how they could possibly avoid it. He's saying that they have open contracts. They want to take on all comers. You know, in order for either one of these teams, K&M or the Islanders or Roma and Powers, to get a crack at the champions, the Hart Foundation, they're going to have to meet each other.
Yes, they're going to have to prove who is the logical contender. And I think that the Islanders may have helped themselves along that particular run.
Let's not forget about Demolition.
Demolition, just awesome. Well, how about the team of Monday and whoever he may choose as his partner? I mean, if it be John Studd, it's the biggest team there is.
Or Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
What a combination that would be. Bundy and Paul Orndorff. Benedict Arnold, I like to call him.
Well, whatever you call him a perfect wrestler, because he almost is that. He has everything. He has speed. He has unlimited talent.
He can do it all.
And he certainly has that power.
Roma now on the receiving end from Tama. Irish whip coming up. Nice reversal. Oh, shoulder block. The speed of Tama. Look at this. Nice leapfrog. Whoa, almost got caught in the middle of that one. Hip lock off the rope of beauty. Scoops him up. Dropped him just like a bad habit. Drop kick.
Good drop kick. I was about to say that Thomas' speed is his ace in the hole, but Roma, I think, was even faster.
A little bit quicker right there at the onset.
Time for a little conference here. A little conflab outside the ring. Heenan with his men, what are you doing, he's saying. I know what they're doing. They're doing something wrong.
Not following the game plan, obviously, according to the Brain.
Roma wants them to get back in before they've had too much instruction from Heenan. And he's quite right, too, because the referee was not counting just then.
Bobby the Brain Heenan not happy with the work right now of the Islanders.
What a man in condition Roma is, and his partner Powers. Just tremendous.
Brain, what happened out there, Brain? Weren't they following your orders? Was there a little bit dissension in the ranks there?
Oh, there's nothing wrong. There you go again, Frank. These guys are highly tuned athletes. They're fine machinery. They're just trying to make sure everything works fine.
What happened? Did they forget the game plan?
No, they didn't forget nothing. You see the way I'm dressing them up? I'm making gentlemen out of these people.
I see you still got that neck brace on. Compliments of Kenny Patera.
Yes, I do, but this thing will come off. Well, I'm going to put on Patera. He'll never get rid of.
Well, that remains to be seen. Yeah. Take a hike, will you?
Tama is trying another approach here, obviously at the behest of Heenan. He's trying to slow this down, and he's
got caught
by Roma.
Roma extremely quick. Atomic drop coming up. He nailed him with it. Tama would do well to get out of there, Alfred.
I think so. It's time for a change. Heenan has told him to change.
He realized it, yes. He told him to make the tag, and he did.
And he did. At least they're listening to Heenan. That's one thing to be said for them.
Now the powerhouse on the team, Haku.
Roma, having been so successful with Tama, he's staying in the ring. ring to face Haku, the powerhouse, as you call him, which
Well,
he is.
Haku has the ability to seal the casket on anybody's career at any given time, unfortunately.
He does. Yes, he does.
He doesn't know his own strength, though.
No, he doesn't, but he can certainly apply it. Heenan's obviously told the Islanders, slow it down, keep your cool, don't let these two youngsters rile you. And Haku can do that. He is a powerful, brutal wrestler.
He was actually brutal before they came under the tutelage of Heenan.
Yes, very accomplished too. He had one or two really major victories within the ranks of the World Wrestling Federation. He was making people sit up and look at him.
Shoulder block, nothing happened. The immovable object, meaning the irresistible force, dropped down. Powers too quick for Haku. Tama complaining vehemently about a pull of the hair. There wasn't any.
No, there was no contact with the head at all. I don't know where the hair pulling would have come in, but Roma hit him with one of those colored boots. I think that's his ancestor, isn't it? Red, white, and green.
I would like to have seen a few more tags on the team of Powers and Romas up to this point, Alfred.
Yes, they're very young.
For them to be successful, they've got to have that continuity. They must have heard me. There's the tag.
They must have heard you. A nice little bit of teamwork here by the two.
Oh, double elbow, nicely executed.
They made it pay. He had that little count there to get out of the ring, and before he did, Haku paid.
Jimmy Powers looks bigger every time I see him. Reversal of the hip lock.
Look at the power in that cross buttock there by Powers. A young man with a brilliant future. If not at the moment, a brilliant presence.
Absolutely, fact. He'll get an education in a hurry. Here in the World Wrestling Federation, he'll meet the best.
Yes.
Quick tag made. Oh, nice arm drag.
Wasn't that a nice move by Powers?
Caught him coming out of the corner of his eye. And look at Tama once again complaining about a hair pull.
He's not going to get away with that.
It might have worked on the island, but it's not going to work here.
I don't think Heenan authorized that tag either, do you? Did they just tag out by themselves?
They just tagged out by themselves. Powers ran him over, downing. Oh, look at this. Doesn't have a clue where he is. Drop kick, nailed him. Just a glancing blow, but caught him anyway.
Oh, this combination of Powers and Roman, they're learning quickly, Gorilla. Did I say 2 years for them to come together? Maybe 1 year.
Heenan doing a little consoling over there in the neutral corner of Tama.
As well he might, because one of his men received just a tremendous blow to the head there.
As the chant goes out, Weasel, here in Madison Square Garden.
Powers nearly took Tama's head clean off there with that drop kick.
Timeout. He wants a little timeout here. There is no timeout in the world of professional wrestling.
Shades of Bronzo with that drop kick by Powers there.
Yes.
Has he been coached by the Bees at all?
Well, he may have been. They spent a lot of time in the gymnasium together.
The World Wrestling Federation has some brilliant young wrestlers on their books.
Yes, they do. And sometimes they get hurt by being pushed along a little bit too fast, but not in the case of these two.
No, I'd like to see them really well looked after regarding their matches. But then again, they're not afraid to take on a combination like the Islanders, and so far they're doing so well.
Been a one-way street so far here in the Garden. Powers and Roma have had it all their own way.
They have. I wonder if this is Heenan's thing here. Put a sacrifice.
Elbow drop kick, nailed him. Could be all over.
Referee
way out of position.
Missed a 1 count. That could have been a 3. Heenan may be sacrificing Tama here so that Haku can come in fresh and strong and put paid to the chances of Powers and Roman. Do you think that's his game plan?
Very possible.
I mean, he'll sacrifice anybody, Heenan.
Oh, absolutely. Proved that with Kenny Patera.
Yes, he sacrificed him and dropped him as well, yes.
Paid for it, though. No telling how much longer he'll be wearing that neck brace. In the wrong part of town right now. Look out. coming to flying. Whoa, nailed him. Nailed his own partner. And right back into that deep arm drag. Tama in trouble again. Haku got nailed with a beautiful shot. Things not going too well for the Brain.
They're not. Look at his face. Look at Heenan's face. Oh, he obviously doesn't like the situation, the way the tables are being turned against him. But it is his own doing.
Boy, you've sort of had the... What are you laughing at? The Islanders have digressed. Why are you laughing? You're holding the Bruno Sammartino doll and you're laughing. What's wrong with Bruno?
Oh, is that the Bruno Sammartino doll?
Yes.
This looks like the kid that delivered a pizza the other night for me.
Please, give me a break. We've had
Look at the profile shot of that. It's like Frankie the Bird.
Oh. You know, Bruno watches this program, and you could be in very serious, deep trouble here.
Well,
we've added quite a few superstars here to our collection, and we'll be back with the exciting conclusion as the Islanders are in a lot of trouble in the Garden.
Come on, Bruno.
Doesn't make it looked like mass confusion out there. The Islanders.
That's the referee's trouble, not mine.
Referee's trouble. The Islanders were banging each other around out there. You weren't any help to them either.
Wait a minute. I was a lot of help.
Right now, let's go back to Madison Square Garden and find out if, in fact, the Islanders can get it together.
Stick around. Watch.
You know, just as easily as he walked in and said, I am the manager now of the Islanders, he could just easily walk out.
Oh, he's been known to do that, too.
Couldn't tell whether the shoulder reached the steel post or not, but we're seeing some, well, what I didn't expect to see, a lot of continuity on the team of Roma and Powers. They're surprising me.
Yes, they've been learning their lesson well. Their teamwork at the beginning was a little sort of inexperienced, but they're beginning to get better as this bout goes on.
Back into the corner now. Wow. Heenan's got him right where he wants him right now, and the big guy's in there.
Yes, I think Heenan's plan might pay off here. Watch this.
Drop kick of beauty right into kisser.
And the height Haku got with that for such a big man.
Oh, a little bit of too long a deliberation on that move.
Yes.
Telegraphed that move.
He did.
I can't believe, your lordship, with all the activity that's going on in there, that Roma has not messed his hair up yet.
No, maybe it's a little lacquer on that or something.
Obviously,
what do you think?
Something on there. Of course, I'm envious if anybody's got any kind of...
Me too, I must admit.
Haku with a slam, drove him down into the canvas, and a headbutt. Nobody home there. Things really going well for Powers and Roma. Irish whip at will. Haku got nailed. Oh, look at that, pulling the leg from the outside. Right in front of the referee. That could be an automatic disqualification if he saw fit.
And now Roma is paying the price. A quick tag by the Islanders, and they've taken control of this match completely. And if they can stop Roma making that tag, that all-important tag to his partner Powers, they could easily snatch this one right out of the grasp of these youngsters from New York. Powers can't stand it, coming in.
Look out.
And that's a mistake.
It's a double team effort right now by the Islanders. No tag made there.
That's a mistake by the youngsters there because they've allowed a change of the Islanders, and Roma's really in a lot of trouble.
The powerhouse, Haku, winds him up here. Backdrop, no, beautiful. Sunset flip, can he get the leverage? No.
Just not enough strength after that punishment he took just a moment or so ago. And indeed taken a lot more now from a really devastating wrestler, Haku.
The Brain really pleased now with a turn of events in this one. Oh, inverted. Atomic drop nailed him.
Caught him nicely too. Tama using leverage. Again, another mistake by Powers coming all the way into the ring. That gives this team all the scope they need to do anything they want to.
No tag made there. Once again, they've outsmarted the team of Powers and Roma.
The experience now of Haku paying off. Heenan teaching his team well, I think.
Sinking the fingers deep into the trapezius muscle. He has that martial arts ability to make this whole work for him, as you can tell by the facial expression of Mr. Roma.
Yes, and a lot of power needed for that hold. It's because Roma is heavily muscled in that trapezius area, and you've got to dig right through that muscle group to get to those nerves.
Wow, is he unloading? Take a look at that kisser. Face only a mother could love, a mother weasel.
Yes.
Tag made a legal one that time. 2 out of 3, well, 1 out of 3. Nice block.
Thomas still late with that suplex. If he'd have made that straight away, he would have done it. Good reverse there by Roma. Now his chance is to get out.
Too far for his own corner, Alfred.
He's trying though. Unfortunately, not strong enough, you're right, too far from the corner.
Tama didn't have any aversion there to reaching into the tights and stopping him from getting to his own corner. Double Irish whip in, look out, just leveled him.
The Islanders looking particularly devastating now. I'd like to see Heenan's face. He's obviously very happy about this.
But this is what he expected from the onset in this match, and it didn't happen. And I'm sure that he's going to be very upset about that when this match is over, regardless of the outcome.
Well, I think his plan was wear down these youngsters first. A good game plan by Heenan. Wear them down, and eventually you'll have them panicking. And they have been panicking too. Look at that. Another desperation move. Trap, look at this.
Power. Pure brute strength and power by Haku. Wide open now, Roma. Oh, devastating. Roma wasted a lot of time there adjusting his Goldilocks. 2 count only as they go to work on the neck once again.
I think Tama could have had a 3 on him, but I think he's remembering what punishment these 2 youngsters dished out to him at the beginning of this match, and now he wants a measure of revenge.
Pain, excruciating pain, as we can only see, we cannot feel, but we can see it on the face of Paul Roma.
Roma needs that tag desperately, and then put a couple of moves together. This could be it.
The clothesline, look out! Didn't get away from that elbow, though. Obvious to me that Tama is by far the quickest man inside this match.
Yes.
Not yet.
He didn't start out that way, but Haku has worn down the 2 youngsters from New York City, and now Tama is able to wreak a little damage on them.
Wide open. Oh. Thrust kick. Right to the esophagus area. Come on, Brain, keep your hands out of there.
Islanders looking very good at this moment.
Irish whip in, backdrop perhaps. No, put his head down. He caught him with a boot, not a whole lot behind it.
No.
If he turned the other way, he could have made a tag. Now you're going in the right direction. Outstretched hand of Powers, but Roma doesn't have a clue where he is.
Experience, you know, forces you to do things unconsciously or subconsciously, I should say.
Yes.
And they haven't got that, these youngsters. When that is bred into them, subconsciously they will make those safety moves.
Only comes through experience, which they desperately lack at this particular point in time, but as you stated, will definitely come.
They have the tools, but they can't use them.
Tama in.
Powers can't stand it. He's been trapped again. This is just too bad for these boys, because they should have really, they need a manager, put it that way.
Well, we could desperately use 2 referees in these tag matches as well, I think.
Well, I'm afraid
one on the inside and one on the outside.
That is only a ruling by some special recommendation. by the championship committee, and they don't have that. I'm afraid that's only tempted Powers back into the ring again.
Boy, they're really doing a number on Roma here in the corner. As Powers getting extremely frustrated.
They're not exactly making a mockery of the rules, the Islanders. They're using them to their own advantage every way they can. Here it is.
Haku off the ropes, look out. Oh!
But still managed to catch him. Even so, Roma had moved out of the way. Haku somehow or other managed to catch him.
Haku unfortunately took the brunt of the blow, and he's desperately trying to tag. He made it, and so did Powers.
Powers is in that tag made, and Powers really unleashing all that youthful enthusiasm and strength and obvious power and ability. Can he keep this up?
Drop kick after drop kick, 4 or 5 in a row. Irish whip into the corner, big backdrop. Oh!
I don't know what happened there, but
feet went out from under him.
They did. And Tama landed on his ankles. He could have broken both feet there. In for a save, Roma.
Save made, and now all 4 men inside the ring. Referee rapidly losing control of this one. Look at this.
They've been waiting for this, the Islanders.
Oh, here it comes. Off the top, bombs away. Nobody's going to get up from
20 feet in the air.
It's over. Incidentally, he was not the legal man to do it.
No, but I was still extremely impressed by the Islanders there because they did come back and they took a lot of physical punishment in the beginning, but they came back and they won this in very commanding fashion.
Let's get the official word.
The winners of this contest, the Islanders.
The Islanders with a hard-fought victory here. Let's go back and take a look at the high flyer.
And look at the height that Tama gets from that top rope. Look at that.
Oh, awesome. Knocked the wind right out of him. No way you're going to get up from that one. A 1, 2, 3 count. Could have been a 5, 6, 7, or 8 count.
Roma a little late coming in to make that save, and I don't think he would have made it anyway.
I'm not impressed.
Oh, you have to be impressed.
I'm not impressed.
You are impressed.
If those 2 guys wrestle like that against K&M, or against the Rougeos, or against Demolition, or against the Hart Foundation, or the Killer Bees, forget it, you're on the short end of the stick again.
What do you mean?
You go home
because
with the...
Roma and Powers dominated the first half of that match? That was my psychology. I told him, I said, go out there and let's see what those guys got. Toy with them, play with them. Get yourself a good sweat, get a good workout. Don't beat them like that. See what they got. Let everybody watch and think that they've got your number.
Always come up with some kind of excuse.
It's the truth. Truth hurts, don't it?
Islanders, to me, the way that they showed me in Madison Square Garden, they're not championship material.
Oh, they are.
Unfortunately. You will still be envious of the Colonel, the mouth of the South, for a long time.
I'm not jealous of a soul.
Are. That little pipsqueak, as you referred to.
I never referred to him as that.
I want to give a special thanks to all the Primetime Wrestling folks out there that sent in their cards and letters for our free calendar offer. This is only a small sampling of the thousands and thousands of cards that came in, and unfortunately, we're only going to pick 100 winners of these free calendars. And why don't you draw one out of there randomly?
First of all, we asked them to send in what? Cards.
Postcards.
Some joker here sent in a letter.
Well, maybe he had something interesting to say.
Not to me, don't. Get the instructions right,
Please.
dummy.
Obviously, from all over the place. Well, here's a winner right here in Bennington, Vermont. D.H. Nielsen is going to receive one of our...
As in Swagler.
No, it's not anywhere near Swagler.
Another letter.
Oh, letter was a loser.
I understand.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Sharon K. Kearns going to be receiving one of our calendars. Would you like to read one there? Can you read?
This is for me, it's personal.
Oh, excuse me. Highly unlikely, all of these that came in. Lincoln, Nebraska.
Well, that's a fun town.
Jim Blankenfield.
Go there during the spring and watch a car rust.
Northbridge, Mass. Harry Goodrich. A lot of interesting folks going to be receiving these calendars. Jason Smith, New Haven, Connecticut.
Here's one from, check this name. Mustafa Azeri, Stamford, Connecticut. Never heard of him or the
Oh,
town.
lovely. He'll be getting one as well. We'll be back with our feature in just a
It's
moment.
like an eye chart.
Unfortunately, folks, time doesn't permit us here to pick out all the winners right here on Prime Time Wrestling, but we did pick out, I guess, 8
Handful.
or 10. The remaining 90-something, whatever they are, will be sent out this week for sure in the mail. All the picks will be made, and some of the ones that did send in letters will also, I'm sure, be picked. Don't
Send
listen.
in cards. It's too late now. See, you're humanoids. Understand
Feature
your role in
time.
life.
Right now,
You
let's go
are
to our great
humanoid.
6-man
White
tag
sock
team matchup
lifers.
in the Garden.
Forget it.
This is a 6-man tag team matchup, and one fall will win this event. In the ring to my right, at a total combined weight of 748 pounds, introducing first, the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champion. From Calgary, Alberta, Canada, Hitman Bret Hart. His partner from Reno, Nevada, the Anvil, Jim Neidhart.
Oh, the Bulldogs have hit the ring, along with their partner, Billy Jack Haynes, and this one is underway. This one will be pandemonium. You can bet on it.
It certainly started out that way. What a surprise for Davis and his cohorts. In fact, only Davis is left in the ring.
Well, was only momentarily. He's out of there now.
He was in the ring.
The British Bulldogs have indeed cleared the ring along with their partner, Billy Jack Haynes, in his 6-man matchup here in Madison Square Garden against the reigning World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, the Hitman and the Anvil, along with their latest found friend, should I say?
Yes, an acquisition.
Danny Davis.
And they may have made a terrible mistake there because they hope to use Danny Davis as a diversionary tactic, whereas in fact he may be the weak link in the team that's going to hurt them.
Well, the Colonel, the mouth of the South, very conspicuous by his absence here in the Garden.
What do you think has caused that absence?
Well, he's not here at ringside, but that doesn't mean that he's not necessarily in the building.
In the building, exactly. He is a very devious person, and he can be expected or unexpected to do anything.
Strange person indeed.
Well, the referee's restored some order here, so it looks as if Davey Boy Smith, who's in the ring at the moment, is going to start this match with Bret the Hitman Hart.
Talk about being able to execute. The Hitman can certainly do that. He has excellence of execution.
He really does, and he is so fast as well. I think we probably have the 2 fastest men in wrestling in the ring right now, and that's the Dynamite Kid on the one side and Bret Hart on the other.
I don't know, when it comes to moving around out there and running for your life, Danny Davis will outrun anyone, I think.
Yes, I think he will do.
It's obvious to me, Alfred, I'm sure, and to all the fans out there in the World Wrestling Federation, that Danny Davis, even at the time he was refereeing here in the WWF, had wrestling experience.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well,
whoa, ran over him like a steamroller.
Clean out of the ring, too. Danny Davis' record as an amateur is very, as a matter of fact, very, very impressive. So it was no surprise to anybody within the ranks of wrestling. And those who underestimate Danny Davis really do so at their own risk.
Davey Boy Smith would love nothing better than to get his hands once again on the gold that is now around the waist of the Hart Foundation.
Yes, I think that is the thing that's really hurt them mentally, was losing that title.
Look at that kip-up.
That was poetry in motion.
Wow. Reminded me of you when you were younger.
Which one?
Oh, look at the kip-up by the Hitman. He doesn't want to be outdone here. Look at the leverage.
Oh, well, that must have hurt.
You either go up on that or you hyperextend your elbow. It's as simple as that.
It's going to come right
and sometimes both.
Yes. And when you go up that high, the coming down isn't too good either.
No, it's a sudden jolt. Look at this. Whoa. Face first. As a tag made to the big man from Portland. Whoa. Woke him up. Dynamite from the outside throwing in his 2 cents.
And not a bad 2 cents with either.
No, he's so dynamic.
Bret Hart, though, a resilient wrestler, a very young man who's got that vivacity of youth, but he certainly knows how to marshal his forces, his defenses, his attack. At the moment, he's on the receiving end, but don't expect that to last for too
There
long.
isn't anything I like about him, Alfred. He's young, he's got a lot of hair, he's good looking. I don't like anything about that guy. Dynamite in there now. Oh, with a nice, unusual left-handed clothesline. 2 count, he comes out the back door. That hair wasn't too helpful right there.
Slammed his head into the canvas.
Not going to beat the Hitman that way.
No, even if you've stunned him, you're still not going to beat him. He's a man who knows his wrestling through and absolutely through.
Well, he started watching, I'm sure, as soon as his eyes were able to see there was wrestling going on in his home.
In the torture chamber.
Oh, in the dungeon.
Yes.
Tag made by Dye. Davey coming in, the hard way off the top, headbutt. Right to the elbow area once again as they're going to work on the left arm and shoulder of the Hitman. And oh, look at this crucifix move. Oh, got caught right in the middle of it.
What a nicely executed counter move that was by Bret Hart.
The only counter there is for that particular crucifix.
It's got by the beard.
Is that sit out. He's got the goatee in hand. Davey makes the tag to Billy Jack, and the 2 powerhouses are in there right now.
This is the strength, the foundation of both these teams here.
A lot of continuity here in this 6-man tag team match, which is very unusual.
Yes, Billy Haynes adjusting well to the Bulldog style, combining really well.
Oh, look at this, being distracted now, the referee.
And without a doubt, that is the Hart's forte.
Where's Danny Davis, your lordship?
Hiding, I think. They're wreaking havoc now upon the Bulldogs.
Let's see a tag to Danny. There it is. There he comes.
The idea is first stun the man, then put Davis in, so that he can make a mockery of it.
He is mocking him right now. Oh, plants one downstairs, and Davis in trouble.
Oh, and getting out too.
Yeah. Wisely getting out.
A suspicious chop to the throat there. It was very low. Referee didn't say anything though.
Referee just happy that there's only 2 guys in the ring. That's his main concern at the moment.
Whatever you say about the Hart Foundation, they are a very, very successful combination, and they're showing us now how good they can be when they're together.
No question, they are the champions. There's no denying their ability. Although it was literally handed to him on a silver platter by Danny Davis.
But even so, since that particular occasion, they have proved themselves worthy champions. And one thing they haven't turned down.
I'm not going to lie to you about that.
Well, why not? You lied to me about everything else. Danny Davis, not too impressive, is he?
I think he's doing great in there.
Yeah, he only came in for about 3 seconds.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't
It takes
matter?
a racehorse so long to win a race.
Well, this is not a race.
That's right.
This is professional wrestling.
Got it all.
In fact, the Hart Foundation, as a team, are you in pain again?
It bothers me constantly.
Why don't you just rip it off, because it's all a farce as far as I'm concerned. We'll be back with more action in this big 6-man tag team event from Madison Square Garden.
I'm in pain, pal.
You're always on that stupid phone. Get on the phone and make sure that you have the x-rays here next week, because I want to...
I've talked to Miss Betty. She will hand deliver them here next week. You can hold them up to the light and...
I remember some other times she was supposed to hand deliver some stuff. Right now, folks, we're going to go back to Madison Square Garden and pick up this 6-man tag team match. Maybe dangerous Danny Davis will see fit to see a little bit more action. I think he's scared to death myself.
He is.
Let's go back to ringside.
I'll tell you about Danny Davis.
To defend their title, they have put it on the line. You've got to say that, even if they were forced by the championship committee.
Well, I'd like to see this a title match. Of course, it is not, as it is a six-man. As Dynamite's getting clobbered over there, triple teamed, in fact. Danny Davis with a few cheap shots from the outside. Look at this, Dynamite going for a suplex.
That's not suplex that is so damaging. However, a powerful
Big guy
man.
stopped him.
Yes, in the powerhouse.
Davis in once again.
Look at giving him Dynamite Kid on a plate.
Forearm uppercuts. Finding their mark.
That's very, very annoying, to say the least. One gets the feeling that he may get his comeuppance. One hopes he will get his comeuppance.
Dynamite absorbing a lot of punishment here. This is a six-man. He needs desperately to make a tag.
Tremendous uppercut there.
Danny Davis said, I want in again. Let me in. Look at, they're going to bring him in slingshot style. Oh, bring right down. And Dynamite brought his knees right up there. And Danny Davis is in trouble.
Oh, that was a nice one.
There's a tag to Billy Jack. Davis is not going to make it out of there. There's Billy Jack unloading on everybody.
Billy Jack running amok there. Oh,
look at this.
Right up.
Towering.
What a slam.
Press slam by the big guy.
And Davis having to struggle to try and get up from that one.
He's looking to clamp that full Nelson on him. Yes, there it is. He's got it on. Oh, everybody's in there now to make the save.
That brought in a crowd. Immediately had Davis in that full Nelson. And Davis missing with that foot there. Obviously, he's seeing double because that was nowhere near the head of Billy Jack Haynes.
Well, he might be joining the ranks of Bobby the Brain Heenan and wearing a neck brace here very shortly as a backbreaker well executed by the Hitman, and the tag made to the Anvil.
Billy Haynes managing to kick out that, but suffering. And Anvil cutting his retreat off. Whatever you say about the Hart Foundation, you've got to say that they work together well as a team.
They certainly do. And lo and behold, once they get the upper hand, forget about it. Into the wrong corner right now for the man from Portland. But look at Davis. Got a handful of tights just trapped in there.
It is very, very difficult to stay outside the ring and resist that when your partner is trapped in the other corner. But the Bulldogs have got to watch that very carefully. They'll fall into that trap.
They've got great discipline when it comes to that part, that aspect of professional wrestling.
You've just got to try and resist that, because if you don't, the Hearts will run you ragged. They'll beat you every time at this game.
Action's gone to the concrete here in the Garden as Billy Jack in a whole heap of trouble.
The Bulldogs fought off that resistance, fought off that temptation, I should say, to come to the aid of Billy Jack Haynes.
Look at this, double team here. The legal man in the ring, I believe, was the Hitman. I never saw a tag made to Dangerous Danny.
Danny in there trying to hurt Billy Jack Haynes as much as he can.
I think he should be called Disappearing Danny. As soon as he gets nailed one time, he's history. But he got nailed. You can bet he'll be out of there. Where was the tag?
I think he had actually made the tag. I don't know whether they hit hands or not, but
I didn't see it.
He made a tag.
Of course, you can't see everything from our position. Hitman, inverted atomic drop coming up. Nailed him. Wow.
Jackknifed him as well with that. He's got such good timing. Oh, technically, he is brilliant.
Foot on the ropes.
Bret Hart he executes those moves to absolute perfection. Every one of them hurts you. Every one.
Billy Jack almost put away there by the Hitman. Sunset flip, caught him. 2 count, no. Anvil reached in and pulled the leg of the Hitman. Well, we'd have had a winner there.
Yes, good job he did, because the Hearts...
You got an extra one of those? Yeah, one of these things.
Hey, watch your hands.
As Danny Davis maybe needed it before long.
His business is his business, not my business.
He got to slap that full Nelson right on him.
If Hercules ever slapped on somebody, their neck would break like that.
Please. Oh, you
know, when you see these X-rays,
why don't you just take the thing off, and it's got to be uncomfortable for you because you really don't need it.
I do need it. I am in pain. I was injured by an ex-con, by a man who has no regard for anything. And I'm going to sue him. I'm going to own everything he doesn't have.
We'll be back with the conclusion of the six-man from the Garden
I'll have
in just a moment. Can't believe that the Colonel, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, would not be at ringside for this kind of a matchup with Danny Davis involved in a six-man, perhaps for the first time.
Maybe he had other business to conduct. I don't know the man's personal business.
He's probably having pictures taken with a Honky Tonk Man and the new belt, maybe.
We have a new champion. That's good enough for me.
And eats you up inside, I know, because
it doesn't bother me a bit.
He's got the tag team champions. He's got the Intercontinental Championship. You've got Zippo.
No,
Nothing.
I don't have Zippo.
Let's go back to
That's
the Garden.
a lighter. I got more than that.
Let's go back to the Garden.
Now, losers of this match.
The man from Portland needs a tag here desperately. Ducks underneath a clothesline attack. Oh. From the outside, the Hitman doing damage.
I got the idea that was a setup, don't you?
Certainly looked that way.
I think that they had that plan right from the off. And you can do a lot more damage with a man coming into the ropes than you can with a clothesline.
Absolutely. Forcing him outside. Now, I don't know why. You know, if you got a guy in that kind of a position, it's best to put him away if you can.
Yes, if the Hearts have made a mistake, that was it in this match. Until then, it was practically a flawless performance. But now they're really making Billy Jack Haynes pay. Paying very, very dearly. No tag made, but they're tagging Bret Hart into the ring, and Hart following that up with some damaging work to Billy Jack Haynes, and Billy Jack Haynes needs desperately to tag out at this particular point. Taking advantage of the referee's back being turned, the Anvil, they're working over Billy Jack Haynes. Haynes in a lot of trouble. He certainly needs to make a tag now as quickly as possible. Bret Hart not a man to be stopped. Bret Hart sensing that they can get a victory now, piling on the pressure just as much as it's humanly possible.
Dangerous Danny back in there, unloads with the right hand. As they got the big guy from Portland in a whole lot of trouble here in the Garden.
Look at Davis, just making a mockery of the referee, the rules, and everything. And having been a referee, I suppose he knows how to do that.
Trapped in the corner, trying desperately to get out of there. In any way, shape, or form he can. He didn't make it.
No, I think the Hearts are using this to give Danny Davis a lot more experience. Anvil has got Billy Jack Haynes in a really compromising hold there, and I don't see how Haynes is going to get out of this. I think he's trying to think his way out more than power his way out.
Well, I don't know how much power he can have left right now.
If only Haynes can make this tag. There are two fresh men on the outside of the ring. Both the Bulldogs haven't been in, and they're looking very, very fired up, both of them. If only Haynes can make this tag, and I don't think he can.
Certainly doesn't appear that way. He's trapped on the wrong side of the ring as the British Bulldogs helplessly looking on as their partner getting clobbered here. Irish whip in, went downstairs once again.
Bret Hart looking extremely dangerous at this particular point. This could be just the absolute end, and it's unfortunate because the Bulldogs just haven't been able to get a tag off to their partner.
Fighting it. Billy Jack fighting it, trying to get to the corner.
His one ambition now is to get to that corner and tag in a really fresh man. If he can do that now, we could see the pendulum swing completely around. Bret Hart, though, almost a veteran of the ring, knows exactly how to keep his man away from that corner.
Oh, slid over behind him. Look out, hooked the ropes, the Hitman did. Drop kick just caught him on the arm, but enough momentum to send him over the top.
Bret Hart momentarily lost his balance there, nearly lost everything because he nearly went out of the ring but was able to retain it. Billy Jack Haynes cannot make that tag. He has tried so hard.
Front face lock now, preventing Billy Jack from making it back to his own corner.
He's within inches of getting that hand there. He's almost there.
Referee right there. Look out, the Hitman comes in. Tag is made. Referee did not see it. Going to make Dynamite get out of there. Look at this, triple team effort here. Oh, they clothesline Danny Davis. A double clothesline.
And tag made.
Drop kick by Davey. He's got the Hitman trapped in there. Irish whip into the corner and nailed him, a beauty.
Davey Boy Smith very fresh. Hart's, both of his tag team partners are out of the ring. He's picked him up, standing in, hit that suplex and brings him down heavily.
A beauty. Over for the cover, 1, 2, no.
Kick out by Bret Hart. Last moment endeavor there, averted defeat. But can it stave it off all the time? Two great headbutts, another
small package right in the center of the ring, shoulders not down. Give me a break, ref.
Anvil saving his man there, even though his shoulders weren't down, the referee was counting. Great clothesline by Smith.
Anvil comes in and saves again.
And that brings
Dynamite comes in.
Dynamite kick.
Now all 6 men are inside. Referee's lost control of this one.
And that leaves just Bret Hart in there by himself from that team.
Oh, look at this.
We've seen this one before. Oh.
Right on a kisser. It's over. Davey Boy putting the finishing touches on the Hitman.
The team of the British Bulldogs and Billy Jack Haynes.
Danny Davis
takes all those guys to beat him, man.
Proved to be a detriment to the Hart Foundation and not an asset.
I don't believe that. I believe the officiating was what caused them to lose that match.
Boy, you've been harping on officiating ever since WrestleMania.
Well, it cost me millions of dollars. It cost me my niche in history.
Your dream.
That's right, my dream in profession.
You don't have a title to your name.
Yes, I do. The Brain.
No, I'm talking about within the confines.
No, I don't own a belt.
Of your family.
I don't have any gold. I don't have anything like that. Because everybody's against me. Everybody's been trying to job me out of something.
Sounds like a persecution complex to me.
I don't know what they think I'm doing to them.
No, it's you.
Nobody. They are persecuting me. They are against me. You know, that was that way in school. You see, I always had a convertible. I always had the cheerleaders. I never had to study. I always made straight A's. I did whatever I wanted to do.
Copied off other people.
I never copied off a soul.
Well, folks, that wraps it up for another week here on Prime Time Wrestling, and promising us the fountain of misinformation, my co-host Bobby the Brain Heenan says next week, in fact, we will see the neck of the brain.
The X-rays.
X-rays, yes.
I'll call Miss Betty right now.
Because I don't know, I think there's a lot of disturbing things going on here that really shouldn't make a whole lot of difference as to whether we see any X-rays or not, because I don't think that, what's the problem?
Somebody in loose, ow.
Obviously in pain.
Will you help me put this back on?
Really doesn't need that. Yeah, let me give you a little help here. Is that tight enough right there?
Wait a minute.
Really doesn't need that, folks. He's actually gold-breaking, I'm sure. He makes a good case for himself, but however...
I cannot get this back on.
It leaves a lot to be desired. Until next week, we'll have on soon for the gold-breaking Bobby the Brain Heenan saying so long, everybody.
Will you
have
help
a good
me?
one.